Alright, hello everybody, welcome to another Warframe video, and Baro has come once again, and on PC he's on the Orcus relay on Pluto. Now, the first item this time around is the Desert Skate Floof, and it is absolutely adorable. Look at it. Aww, it's great. After that, we have some primed mods, starting off with Primed Animal Instinct, which is absolutely fantastic. It gives you massive amounts of loot radar as well as some enemy radar, and this is just a great mod for your companion, even though it is pretty expensive. Then there's also Primed Pack Leader, which it's not that great, because it's better the worse your melee weapon is, right? And most of the time, even the standard version of Pack Leader will instantly heal your pet back to full with a single melee attack. And the final primed mod is probably the best of the bunch, because it is Primed Pressure Point, which gives you massive amounts of melee damage. Then Baro brought a full set of the impact based event mods, so we have Collision Force for melee, as well as Full Contact for shotguns, Crash Course for rifles, and finally Pummel for pistols. After that, we have one of my personal favorite Baro items, and that is the Maradetron, which is a secondary shotgun. Now, this does pure radiation damage, and a lot of it as well, with very high status chance, and it's overall just a really fun weapon to use. And he also brought the Prisma Grakata, which is actually a very solid and strong weapon if you can keep it on the target, because even though it has good crit stats and good status stats, it kicks like a mule on steroids. And then we get into some cosmetics, starting off with the Twin Grakata's Tausan skin. And here I'm gonna say the same thing I always say. It is not the best looking skin in the world, but I like it because of what it does. It takes the Grakatas, which look kind of worn out and dirty, and makes them look brand new, even though they kind of look like they're made of Play-Doh. Following that, we have a full set of the Prisma Avia armor, so the chest plate, the shoulder plates, as well as the ankle plates. This armor is pretty tame, but that's what I like about it. It's not too bombastic, so you can use it to just add a little bit of detail to your frame, specifically with the chest plate, because it's one of the very few chest plates that you can slap onto pretty much every Warframe and it's gonna look good. Then he also brought a Siandana, the Teer Siandana to be more specific, and this is kind of like the final iteration of it. It's basically the standard Teer Siandana without any of the cloth or the leather. Then we have two of my least favorite Baro items, those being the Teer Kubro armor, which just doesn't look that great, even with this particular Kubro skin, but it looks better than a normal Kubro, and the second one being the Teer Kavat armor, which just don't. Following that, we have the Odonata Elixir skin, which looks absolutely fantastic, just like, well, all the other Elixir items. They're just great, they're my favorite series of skins, they just have so much detail, they're awesome. Then he once again brought the Noga statue of Excalibur with Odonata, which is exactly what you would expect. It's an Excalibur wielding the Imperator, as well as being equipped with the Odonata. And we followed that up with a full set of the Kavat Sentinel armor, so we have the mask as well as the wings and the tail. Now, while I'm not a massive fan of the wings on this one, because they're just kind of plain, the mask and the tail are by far my favorite, and I run them on most of my Sentinels. They're just great and fit all the Sentinels really well. Then the second to last item is the Corrupted Heavy Gunner Spectre Blueprint, which will summon a Heavy Gunner to aid you in a mission, but it's consumable, so once you use it, it's gone and you're gonna have to buy more. And the final item on the menu is, as always, the Sons of Inaros Questline Blueprint, which is the item you need if you want to get the Inaros Warframe. Now, as far as my recommendation is concerned, I would just go for Primed Pressure Point because it's really strong, and then I would start eyeballing Maradetron if you want a really fun and strong secondary shotgun, and Prisma Grakata if you can control the recoil, because as I've said, it kicks a lot, and it can be really hard to stay on a target, especially at a distance. Primed Pack Leader is, as I've said already, complete overkill, because with the power we have behind our melee weapons now, the normal Pack Leader will do just fine 99.9% of the time. And the same goes for Animal Instinct, you know, it's just a nice convenience mod. It gives you more loot radar and more enemy radar than the standard one, but the standard one is more than good enough. And I would really not recommend buying the impact-based event mods, because you can farm those from the Terra list in the Plains of Eidolon. And everything else is pretty much just cosmetics, but then again, this is just my personal recommendation, so if you want to go for the swag and cosmetics first, go right ahead. And that is it for Baro this week, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you on Monday. Bye bye.